Zegler, being Meghan Markle, young woman, is made a princess, but does not look or behave snowy white enough, and so is banished from the...
You look at all of the videos, all of the pictures of her, she almost looks more psychotic. Like, she does not look pleasant at all. Like, she's the type of person that if you went in for a hug, you could potentially end up getting severely hurt.
Someone needs to kill. Maybe it should be me. And he's just like, okay. That's like what's...
Imagine a young actress, handpicked to embody one of Disney's most iconic princesses, Snow White, the embodiment of grace, kindness, and timeless charm. Now picture that same actress, once hailed as Hollywood's next big star, caught in a storm of controversy, her fairy tale image unraveling faster than a viral tweet. This is the story of Rachel Zegler, a rising talent whose career is teetering on the edge of collapse, and the desperate high-stakes plan to save it. Rumors are swirling that Zegler has enlisted the same crisis PR team that once reshaped Meghan Markle's public image after her royal exit. But can their playbook rewrite Rachel's narrative? Or is this a gamble that could end her Hollywood story for good? Let's dive into the drama, the strategy, and the question on everyone's mind. Can Rachel Zegler reclaim her crown, or has the fairy tale already faded to black? Just a few years ago, Rachel Zegler was Hollywood's golden girl. With a voice that could melt hearts and a breakout role in Steven Spielberg's West Side Story, she seemed destined for greatness. Cast as Snow White in Disney's live-action remake, she was poised to carry a billion-dollar franchise into a new era. But somewhere along the way, the dream turned into a nightmare. What went wrong? It wasn't just one misstep. It was a series of choices, comments, and controversies that turned fans against her. The trouble started when Rachel began speaking out about her role as Snow White. In interviews, she didn't just promote the film, she openly criticized the original 1937 classic. She called the prince a creep, dismissed the story as dated, and boasted that her Snow White wouldn't be saved by any man. Instead, she'd be a girl boss dreaming of leadership, not love. To Disney fans who cherished the original as a piece of their childhood, this felt like a betrayal. The backlash was swift and brutal, with social media erupting in outrage. How dare she trash a beloved classic? They asked. Who does she think she is? But it wasn't just her comments about Snow White. Rachel's past interviews and social media posts began resurfacing, painting a picture of someone who seemed out of touch. In one red carpet moment for Shazam! Fury of the Gods, when asked why she wanted to join the DC universe, she quipped, "I needed a job." The line, meant as a joke, landed like a lead balloon, with fans calling her arrogant. Another viral clip showed her saying she deserved to be paid for every hour. Snow White streamed online, which many saw as entitled. Then there was her silence on allegations against West Side Story co-star Ansel Elgort, which some interpreted as complicity. Each moment added fuel to the fire, turning Rachel from a rising star into a lightning rod for criticism. As the backlash grew, Rachel's career began to feel the heat. Rumors surfaced that she was recast in Paddington 3 Bauer, with studios citing strikes as the reason. But insiders whispered the truth: her toxic public image was becoming a liability. Disney's Snow White remake, already delayed to 2024, was predicted to flop, with Rachel's controversies at the center of the storm. The Hunger Games prequel she starred in faced similar doubts. Hollywood was starting to pull back, and Rachel needed a miracle. Enter the crisis PR team, a group with a reputation for turning scandals into sympathy. This isn't just any agency. It's the same one that helped Meghan Markle navigate her explosive exit from the royal family. They turned tabloid attacks into a multi-million-dollar media empire, complete with Oprah interviews, Netflix deals, and a carefully crafted victim narrative. Now, they're reportedly working to save Rachel's sinking ship, but their strategy? It's straight out of a Hollywood script. Calculated, dramatic, and dangerously bold. According to alleged leaks, the plan is a multi-phase operation designed to rewire how the public sees Rachel Zegler. Phase 1. A digital detox. Fans have already noticed her old tweets vanishing, Instagram posts archived, and TikTok presence going silent. Every word she posts now is curated, every image carefully chosen. The goal? To erase the outspoken, sarcastic Rachel and replace her with a softer, more relatable version. Phase 2 is where things get cinematic. a staged redemption arc. Insiders claim Rachel is prepping for a vulnerable podcast interview on a friendly platform. Think a celebrity therapist or a pop culture feminist host. She'll open up about her mental health struggles, the pressures of fame, and how the internet misunderstood her. Key buzzwords: burnout, misogyny, cancel culture. Next, expect paparazzi shots that scream, "She's just like us." Rachel visiting a children's hospital, hugging her mom, or grabbing coffee with a beloved co-star. These aren't random moments. They're orchestrated to rebuild her image as humble and human. The final act: a perfectly timed apology. Not too soon, but just late enough to feel authentic. Picture a viral video or a heartfelt letter where Rachel acknowledges mistakes, expresses regret, and subtly shifts blame to media distortion and online bullies. Sources say she's even been coached on her tone, eye contact, and body language to nail the moment. The hope is to spark a wave of "maybe we were too harsh" posts across social media. It's a playbook that worked for Meghan Markle, but Rachel isn't a royal, and the internet isn't buying it. Here's where the story takes a darker turn. The moment whispers of this PR plan leaked, the internet didn't just notice, they dissected it. On X, Reddit, and YouTube, fans and critics alike are tearing apart Rachel's redemption strategy before it even fully launches. She's not doing a comeback, she's doing a Meghan Markle cosplay, one viral post sneered. Another called it manipulation in HD. When Rachel was spotted smiling with a young fan outside a premiere, something she hadn't done in months, skeptics pounced. Trying to sell the humble angle now? They mocked, posting side-by-side comparisons of her moves and Meghan's. Past PR campaigns? Same outfits, same photo ops, same smile through the pain vibe. The internet has changed. Audiences today are media savvy, spotting planted paparazzi shots and scripted apologies from a mile away. Every move Rachel makes is now filtered through a lens of suspicion. An inspirational quote? Damage control. Silence. Letting the PR team do the talking. Even a simple selfie feels too polished, too timed. The backlash has gone meta. People aren't just reacting to Rachel, they're reacting to her trying to control their reaction. And when a leaked rumor hinted at an upcoming emotional podcast interview, the mockery went into overdrive. "If she cries about industry trauma, I'm out," one commenter wrote. Another joked, "Let me guess, they edited me wrong," is next. This isn't the Hollywood of a decade ago, where a well-timed tearjerker interview could win back hearts. Today's audience is cynical, burned by too many celebrity scandals. They don't want perfection, they want authenticity. And right now, Rachel's carefully curated comeback feels anything but authentic. While the internet roasts Rachel's PR moves, something quieter and more devastating is happening behind closed doors. Hollywood is starting to distance itself. Not with loud headlines or public statements, but in the subtle, brutal way the industry handles liabilities. A casting coordinator recently told a mid-tier outlet that Rachel's name is now flagged as a risk. Not blacklisted, but a warning sign for producers. In the past month alone, she's reportedly been passed over for 2 major auditions. A studio executive allegedly called her a walking headline, and not the kind that sells tickets. Even her peers are stepping back. A co-star from an earlier project, when asked if they still keep in touch, paused awkwardly before saying, "I wish her the best." In Hollywood, that's code for "we're done." Another rumor claims a once close actress has unfollowed Rachel across social media, a silent but deafening move. And then there's the PR team itself. Some industry insiders are questioning their involvement, with one veteran producer reportedly saying, "If she's using Meghan Markle's team, she's not trying to change. She's trying to manipulate." That never ends well. In today's Hollywood, where every project is under a microscope, studios can't afford unpredictable stars. One viral controversy can tank a marketing campaign, and Rachel's baggage is starting to outweigh her talent. The Snow White remake, already a lightning rod, is predicted to bomb, with her at the center of the blame. The Hunger Games prequel? Same story. And Paddington 3M? The strike excuse feels like a polite way of saying, we can't risk her drama. The irony is almost too perfect. Rachel Zegler was cast as Snow White, the ultimate symbol of innocence and charm, meant to sing with animals and inspire a kingdom. But off screen, her story is the opposite. Chaotic, polarizing, and anything but fairy tale. The crown she was handed is slipping, and the harder she tries to hold on to it, the more it crumbles. Her rapid rise from unknown to global star left. No room for mistakes, no time to build armor against the spotlight's glare. And that spotlight, it's merciless. It doesn't just showcase talent, it amplifies flaws. Every word she says becomes a headline, every expression becomes a meme. Every interaction is dissected. The dream of fame has become a survival game, and Rachel's playing it with a team known for rewriting narratives, not rebuilding trust. The audience no longer sees her as Snow White, they see her as an actress playing a part, both on screen and off. Her apologies feel focus grouped, her posts too polished, her redemption arc too scripted. She was meant to embody a fairy tale. Now she's a cautionary tale. So, where does this leave Rachel Zegler? Her PR team may be ruthless, but they're up against an internet that's even tougher. Meghan Markle had a global brand, royal intrigue, and a divided audience to lean into. Rachel has none of that. Her fans are dwindling, her scandals are mounting, and her talent, while undeniable, can't outshine the headlines. The redemption plan is clever, but it's leaking before it's even launched. Every staged photo, every tearful interview, every authentic moment is being picked apart in real time. And when the audience smells manipulation, they don't forgive. They move on. The tragedy here isn't just Rachel's fall, it's the loss of what could have been. A young actress with a once-in-a-generation voice handed the keys to a kingdom, only to lose her way. Was it bad advice, bad timing, or just the crushing weight of fame too soon? Whatever the cause, the problem is deeper than PR. It's about trust, and trust is something no crisis team can buy back, but it's not over yet. Rachel still has talent, a few loyal fans, and a narrow window to turn things around. If she drops the act, faces the criticism head-on, and shows genuine accountability, she might just rewrite her story. But that window is closing fast. In an era where authenticity trumps perfection, Rachel's team is playing an old game. 1. The internet has already mastered. So, what's next? Will Rachel Zegler's redemption arc win over the skeptics, or will it cement her as Hollywood's latest cautionary tale? The answer depends on whether she can step out of the script and into something real. Because in the end, no PR team, no matter how slick, can save a story the audience no longer believes. What do you think? Can Rachel Zegler turn this around, or has her fairy tale already ended? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep the conversation going. Because in Hollywood, the next chapter is always closer than you think.